In this video, I'm going to share with you how to start a business with zero skills and experience and make it work to get you to start a side hustle that will eventually get you to financial freedom. Look, if you can invest 30 minutes to learn how you can start a business from zero, no experience and skills, to building an empire, I'm afraid you're not going to make it. Hey guys, my name is Rahim, but a few years ago I was like most people, working as an accountant in a job where I was undervalued, underappreciated, going nowhere. I took the leap of faith to start my property investment journey with no money, no piggy banks, to building a multi-million pound property investment portfolio. I now have different businesses, multiple businesses that generated me serious return on my investment. So I earned the right to share how you can start your business with zero experience to building a multi-million pound business. Let's get to it. You see, in order for you to be able to have a successful business, you got to understand your target market. You need to know who your target market is. So the first thing you got to do is to define your target market. You got to define your target market. Who are the people that you want to serve? Who are the people that you really want to add value to? You got to understand who these people are. You got to pinpoint who these people are and how you could actually solve them. But in order for you to do that, you got to understand three things. The first thing you want to understand is, what is their pain? What are they looking to resolve? And what are they fear of? What are their fears? But also, what are their desires? So what do they really want if you were to resolve their problem? So what are their desires? So you need to understand these three things in order for you to be able to serve your target market. Because without identifying these three things, basically you haven't got a business. For me, when I started my property investment journey, first thing I knew was I didn't have money to go buy investment properties. So what I did was I was looking for a specific target market, and my target market was landlords. And I was looking for landlords, not just any other landlords. I was looking for landlords that are really busy, do not have time to manage their properties, and they're even struggling to rent their properties because they've got so much stuff going on. So then they become my target market. So I look at their pain. Their pain was they're not able to manage the property. They're not able to sort out the repair and maintenance. They're not able to kind of even deal with tenants. But also they fear that the property will be so derelict and dilapidated, they will not be able to rent it, which would ultimately mean they will not be able to pay their mortgage for that individual property. So they are having severe pains and they fear that they're going to lose their property. Right? And then I come in then as the resolution, as the person who's going to help them eradicate the pain and the fear. So then I then become the one that brings the desire to them. I pitch my landlords based on their fear and pains, but also their desire. I tell them, look, I'm interested in renting your property on a long-term basis. I'll be responsible for repair and maintenance, management fees, managing the tenant, but also I will guarantee you the rent every single month. So basically, I'm telling them all these pains here, and the desire was the guaranteed rent. I said I'll pay them rent every single month, but also I'm taking all the repairs and maintenance. They're like, whoa, this is crazy. This guy's taking all these pains away from me and then bringing me that the desire. Then they become my perfect ideal client. So I used that then to pitch them, and I was able then to get them to become my ideal client. So my specialty was I knew how to make their pain severe. Because when I make their pain severe by saying, look, you've got your property, you're not renting it, and literally is getting derelict all the time, but if I take it, I'll guarantee you the rent. In essence, I specialized in helping them getting guaranteed rent, free repair and maintenance, and also to get them on a long-term contract. So that is the first thing you want to be thinking about there. 2, what makes you? What does that even mean? What that means basically, you got to identify and be able to utilize leverage. So what do you recognize as your unique skill Are you a good communicator, good negotiator, good relationship building person? Perhaps you know how to tell stories in a way that you'll be able to persuade people to take action. Whatever your unique abilities are is what you want to take advantage of. But also it's very important for you to be authentic and real and be genuine when you are actually using your unique ability, because if you don't, it would show. As they would always say, body language speaks more than your words. Oh, sorry for interrupting this video. I just wanted to draw your attention to a guide I've just created. This guide is for you if you're looking to start and scale in property investment and you've got questions that you want to ask in order to start your property investment. This guide is the ultimate guide to start and scale in property investment journey. I talk about the different type of investment strategies. I also discuss the 11 ways you can raise finance to make any property no money down deals and the type of properties to buy in order to generate a serious return in your investment. And I'm giving this book away for completely free of charge, no string attached, nothing, absolutely free. Click the link on the description of this video to get your free guide now. We've only got a limited number of these copies available as well, so click the link to get your guide now. Let's get back to our video. Number 3, business fundamentals. Business fundamentals, what does that even mean? What that means basically is the numbers. You've got to get your numbers right. You may be thinking, whoa, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a financial advisor, I get that. But you got to have to know the basic addition and subtraction. And if you don't know, obviously you got to get an accountant, financial advisor to kind of help you understand what profit and loss is, what's your cash flow, what type of expenses you're going to incur when you start your business, so you can know then what your run rate is, what your return on investment is, so that then you know whether the business that you're doing is going to be profitable. And you may be thinking you need to be an accountant. No, you don't, right? It's very simple. If you're buying an item for £1,000, for example, right, this then becomes the cost of buying that item. If you're going to sell it, now you know in order for you to make profit, you got to sell that product for more than £1,000. Suppose then you sell it for £1,500. This £1,500 then becomes your revenue, your income. So that income then becomes your oxygen. And then from the £1,000 cost to buy that product, if you minus those two, that then gives you £500 profit. So that £500 then becomes your profit. So you got to know those figures, and the cash flow is the money that you have to actually buy the product, and also the money you get from actually selling the product. So you got to have this cash flow going in order for you to be able to deliver in what you are going to deliver. And again, you don't need to have money at the start of it, but you got to understand, and if you were to buy your product and services, or if you were to provide your product and services, what cost involved and how much people are likely to pay you for you to work out the forecast to know whether you're going to make money or not. And if you want to learn how to do this analysis, comment on the comment section below. I will do a whole video on how to work out your profit and loss, what your cash flow is, and how you can actually work out your return on investment. So once you know what your figures are, obviously, you got to then build a repeatable system and processes so your business can actually start being a system that generates you profit. That then allows you to focus on delivering real value, grow your business, which will ultimately allow your business to solve genuine problems of your target market. And then that then allows you to be able to serve your client in a way that you never have to worry about your cash flow. Number 4, choose the type of business you want to go into. You see, when I started, I loved property. The reason why I loved property is because obviously properties makes me money in two ways. I've got cash flow, and then I also have capital appreciation. What does that even mean? I get my monthly rental income every single month without actually doing anything, but also property prices also goes up in value every single year by about 8 to 10% in average. So I knew then I'm gonna make money in two ways. So you also got to think about it. The business that you're going into, does that business bring you money? But also, does that business also go up in value? Because if you create a business, it does not have to be a property, by the way. It could be any sort of business. If you create enough goodwill and you're making enough profit, that business also would be going up in value whilst also giving you cash flow, which is your profit on the other hand. So therefore, it's very important for you to pick the type of business that you want to go into based on your lifestyle. That then takes us to number 5. Number 5, then you got to become a sponge. I love this. I love this part. You see, in order for you to grow, literally, you got to be like a baby, right? You got to be like a baby. You should be always learning, adapting, networking with people, absorbing knowledge relentlessly, reading books, listening, watching, and asking questions from those who are ahead of you. You know, like when you've got a kid around you, it's like when they want something from you, when they want to learn, they always ask you, what is that, daddy? What is that, mommy? What can I do with this? Why is the star green? Or why is the sun black or white? They keep asking questions all the time because they're curious, but also they want to learn, because the more questions you ask, the wiser you become. Don't be the one that talks more than everybody else in your group or in your niche. You got to be listening, learning, and understanding what really people are doing in your marketplace, so that you can then adapt, but also make yours better a lot more. Embrace feedback and failures. And here's the thing, some people don't really like feedback. They don't like failures. Like, oh, I don't like to fail. I'm very shy because if I fail, people will look down on me and all that sort of thing. Here's the thing, I've never seen someone in planet Earth that is successful without failing. Every failure you've gone through is one step closer to your success. See your failure like this. It goes like that, like this, like this, like that, and then guess what? It takes a momentum. So once you've hit this plateau, whenever you hit this plateau, what that means basically, you're learning something new. It's because you're not used to that sort of surrounding. You're not used to being here. And this is where lots of people give up, especially in the first one. At this point, you have people like, this is too hard, I can't do it, this is not what I think it was, it's really, really hard. And they start like having so much negative energy. And guess what? They fall here then. They fall here and they never end up being the person they wanted to be. Guess what? They then go on and do the worst thing they could ever do, to go and work for someone else. Because here's the thing, working for someone else is literally only gonna put you in a position where you're never gonna be financially free. Because here's the thing, you can only do this in your life. You can either pursue your dream or pursue someone else's, right? But you got to do one of these things, right? You either pursue your dream or pursue someone else's dream. So if you decide to pursue someone else's dream, you're never gonna get successful. And then this is where those people start thinking about, oh, maybe working for someone would really get me to be okay. I don't have to worry about my income. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. But not knowing that you've tied your income in there. Literally, you have not your income. It's very hard for you to increase here. But what if, when you're at this level here, you become the sponge? You then go and network and learn from people ahead of you, and then it spring you again here, right? Slowly you're gonna go back down here. When you get down here again, it's a time to learn. This is what successful people are very good at. As soon as they get here, that's the when. Before they even get there, when they're here, they know they're going down there because they kind of future forecast themselves. They know they're going to hit this place. What they do, they get someone to mentor them, coach them, and train them to ensure when they get here, they're not going to stay there for a long time because they've got someone that's already gone through that hoop. So they can just get there and bounce back and get here. And when they get here, they do the same thing again. And guess what? That then causes a momentum. It gets them to really become successful, and it just spring them to the next level of life. That's what successful people are very, very good at. So you become a sponge, become curious, but humble. The moment you stop learning and thinking you are the smartest, it's a sign to start failing and losing the reason why you started your business in the first place. 6, building a team. What do I mean by building a team? I'm not just talking about human beings here. I'm not just talking about resources here, right? I'm talking about the whole concept of your business. You got to be able to build a team. So the first thing you want to think about is human resources, is to hire the right people to work in your business. You got to look at their characters, their attitude, the skills that they can bring into your company. I may be thinking, oh, Rahim, I just need a side hustle here. Why am I thinking about all of these things? But you got to think big, because when you think big, that's when you achieve big things. So think about the people that you're going to bring into your business. Look for partners who will complement your weakness and share your vision. Suppose then you're not good in accounting, for example. You're not very good in doing all this account. You can partner with someone that's very good in accounting, right? Maybe you got good communication skills, you know how to build rapport, you know how to go and raise funds. Then you then becomes the person that raises the funds, or maybe communicates with clients, and then you get the accountants to actually do the accountants, or perhaps you can employ people like that, right? You can employ them to do the job, and again, you don't effectively need to employ these people. You can even get them to become consultants in your business, so they don't effectively work in your business all the time. So you pay them a minimal fee compared to when you employ them, or perhaps if you're very clever, get someone to partner with to drive your business forward. So that is very, very important if you want to run a successful business. 7, you're gonna love number 7. 7 is one of the most important, if not the most important in your business. You got to be able to have endless feedback loops. Now, this is what really expedites your business and take your business to the next level. You got to be able to constantly review, refine, and adapt. Because here's the thing, what got you where you are will not take you to where you want to be. So you got to have endless feedback loops to be able to learn from what you've done previously, but also know what you can adapt to, or what resources you can tap into to get you to the next level of success. Seek out honest feedbacks. Ensure whoever's giving you feedback, giving you honest feedback, especially from your clients, your team, and your mentors, because when they give you honest feedback, that then allows you to look at the business on a bird's eye level to see then what the problems are, or what are the opportunities or challenges are there that you can resolve to forward take the business to the next level. These are the 7 steps on how to start a business from 0 skills to building a multi-million pound business empire. You may have heard about all of this, but ask yourself, have you implemented these things? If you haven't implemented it, this is the time to go back and look at these 7 steps. See how you can put this in your business or your side hustle to take it to the next level. I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next one.